In this video, we're going to cover the new URL multivariate, or as we call it, MVT testing. This feature allows you to optimize traffic from different sources, such as Google, and determine the optimal page to send customers to. So let's first log into our account. The first thing we're going to cover is the new activity tracking codes. From the main menu, click on Ultra ROI. Click on Clients. Click on Tracking Codes. There's a new section at the bottom of the screen for activity tracking codes. We simply copy the snippet of tracking code and place it on our landing page or other page on our site. The tracking code contains one replaceable variable at the end. Now let's go over to our dynamic catalog where I've already created 3 sample landing pages. The first thing I'm going to do is paste the tracking code onto the page. Next, I'm going to change the activity ID at the end of the page. In this case, I'm going to call landing pages 1 activity ID LP1. You could easily have this on a confirmation page for an email list sign up and call it News 1 or something relevant. To make the landing page more interesting, I'm going to include a buy link as well for a sample item. Let's repeat this process for the other 2 pages as well, only changing the activity ID on the tracking code. So we finished adding some tracking code to our landing pages. In this example, we're using our dynamic catalog, but on your site it could easily have been index1.html, index2.html, etc. Next, we're going to configure the actual MVT test. We click on Ultra ROI, and then we click on Multivariate Testing, and then click on Tests, and then New URL Test. Each test must be given a code that is used to reference it. In this case, I'm calling it LP test. Next, I've provided a short description that is useful for reporting purposes. Since our goal is optimizing traffic, we're going to perform a winner-take-all test over the next 90 days based upon average visitor value. Next, we need to set up different paths that traffic will be sprayed across. Usually, you are starting with an existing page and testing several new variations against it. We like to call the existing page our control path, so that we know which one was the original. Then I'll add 2 additional paths, LP2 and LP3. Now we'll specify the starting traffic percentages. In this case, we'll use 33% for each page. Next, we specify the URLs for our landing pages. It's always a good idea, after specifying the landing page URLs, to pick which one of these is the search engine default. If a search engine crawler comes across your MVT test, they'll always be shown the exact same page. There's a notes section at the bottom where you can record details of your MVT test. The next thing to do is to send some traffic to the MVT test so that we can spray it across the different paths. We'll go back into the MVT test by clicking Edit. Then we click the script button located below the URLs. The link provided is what you should point Google AdWords traffic or any other source page to that you want to test. For this demonstration, we're going to open a second tab in our browser and paste the link directly into it. Notice it loaded one of the landing pages at random, in this case LP3. When the browser loaded this page, it also recorded the activity tracking code LP3. I'm going to click a buy link and purchase the test item. Did you know UltraCart also has upsell after, or one-click upsells as they're often referred to? What a great feature. Now we're looking at the receipt. Let's flip back over to our Ultra tab and take a look at the test results that we've gathered. Notice it has one session recorded. Now let's click the one-click report button. The MVT report will show you all the different paths that have received traffic on the test, the statistics about the sales, as well as details about the activities that occurred. So not only could you optimize your landing pages, but you could tell what other activities the customers were doing that may not be immediately attributable to revenue, like signing up for a newsletter. The MVT testing system can track up to 20 different activities, so the amount of information you can gather is limited primarily by your creativity in deploying the activity tracking code throughout your site. You'll notice we also graph out the number of occurrences of an activity each day. Thank you for your time. If you have any further questions, please contact UltraCart support.